Hi guys, it is Freedom Friday. I hope you guys are doing great. And I don't know if you're like me, but I sit here and I'm like, wow, we've barreled into December. Another year is coming to a close. How the heck did that happen? Where did time go? Which is why I feel it's vitally important to sit and have these conversations, because I don't want to be here next year. I have goals, I have dreams, I have just this desire for personal growth in my life, and I want to invite you into that as well. Unless you want to be in the same place next year, I want to be further along in who I feel I'm supposed to be. And that's a process. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a flip a switch thing, but it's through subtle changes of mindset, of plans of action. And I feel like, being intentional about thinking about things and making different choices will ultimately lend itself to seeing positive changes in my life. And so I invite you on that journey. And I think these conversations are vitally important, so that next year when we're like, where'd the time go? We can sit and celebrate all of the victories along the way and how we are closer to who we want ourselves to be and where we want to be in life. So with that, I jump into my conversation today with you, and that is on the concept of community. I did a Facebook Live this week, and I shared how hope used to be a communal thing, that people would rally around a common desire. Instead of these individualistic hopes, really there was communal hope. And if you really step back and think about it, life has really just moved into the direction of individualism, especially here in the States. And in particular, if you look at social media, while it sounds social and communal, if anything, it has been all about individualism. The rise of the selfie and this place of self-promotion. Facebook is all about that. And, I have a friend that calls it fake book. And really, if you think about it, it's just such a sliver of life. And it can be this place of division as you scroll through and look at other people's lives. It may make you discontent with your own life, but you're only getting a sliver, and we forget that. We forget that everybody's got problems. We just don't post them on social media. We don't take pictures of our mess and put them out there for public consumption. We give people a framed version of ourselves. And so we're not even living like this true sense of who we are through social media, which I think it is why it's so vitally important that we have authentic community in our lives, because we're not doing that on social media. That you have just a place of true community in your life, that you have, some people in your life that know you for who you are, mess included, not some, framed version of yourself of what you want the world to see, but really, truly you and all your struggles, all of those broken pieces, and just doing life with people. And that it's not really about you, that you come to community with this mindset that life's not about you, that it's about community. It's about bringing something to the table, being willing to sacrifice. And it may, part of it is being humble, coming in your humility with all your broken parts, that you're not perfect, but being willing to pour out and sow into other people, into a cause, and it's really rallying around the group versus the individual. But you have to be willing to come as you are, completely authentic, and you have to be willing to invest there. Not just come and show up and receive, but really pour in and make sacrifices. When I think about the early church, when I read in the Bible, they were all about coming together, breaking bread with one another, being real, exploring their faith together, and really being generous with one another. If one had extra, they shared with one who was without. And that's just really how they did life. And I think we could learn a lot from that concept of doing life. So I think community is huge, and I think you have to come just ready to give But what I think you will find is that you will receive so much more in just having a place where you can come as you are and you can experience love in all of your broken pieces, that you would choose wisely, you would choose trustworthy people that, you know, are wanting to commit around around your life and around maybe a particular cause that's not about any of the individuals per se. And there's just so many places that you can grab onto community. You know, in my life, what does that look like? For me, it's at church. For me, it is at it's at my kids' school, getting involved and rallying with other parents for our kids. It's about my business and empowering women who want their lives to look different. So there's different sources. Now, when I talk about my personal community, gosh, it's a small group of people in my life that I invite in so I can just be me, lay it out all on the table, and and have people just love and accept me as I am. And I can get, pour over them. And those friendships just get rich. The roots grow deep. And those people just, they're going to show up for you come what may. They just show up. They bring what you need. And I just would choose that select group of people that you invite in to the deepest territory of your life, that you would choose those wisely. Choose people that are going to inspire you, that are going to push you to make different choices in your life so that you can grow, so that you are in a different place next year. So yeah, pick people in your life that you can be real with and that you're going to grow together. But community is huge. Don't do life by yourself. We're much better together. And there's a purpose for you. You're not meant to do this life as an inactive participant. This life needs you. That means you need to pour out, give your gifts and talents, and see what happens. And when we all pour out our gifts and talents, beautiful things will happen. But come as you are, be true to who you are, share who you are, be vulnerable, and see what happens. And find places that it's not about you. It's about rallying for causes, and it's about a collective. I just think as you see the tapestry form in and watching your efforts get poured over other people, it actually makes your problems seem smaller, as you kind of pour out over other things. So that's kind of my word for today is community. If you're not in it, find it. There's so many valuable places you can go and invest your life and be invested in and experience the fruits of doing life together. So be blessed. Happy Friday, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.